they're like snakes. They're actually going to continue to grow their entire lives until they die. So they get an average of 14 to 16 feet. Biggest alligator ever found was a male alligator. It was like 30 years ago somewhere in Louisiana, or 35 years ago. It was 19 feet 2 inches.
Let me see.
You're sitting on a 22-foot boat. Now the females, they only get to be 8 or 9 feet long, maybe 9.5, but nowadays, good luck trying to find them. Very hard.
I'm sorry.
Now before we keep going, guys, a little reminder. Just like any other animal, half of the gators we're going to see today, they're going to swim away from us because they get scared or threatened. And the other half of the alligators, they're going to be right next to our boat, or they're going to swim toward our boat like he did before we realize it. If that happens, you guys have nothing to worry about. It's not because they're hungry. Just remember, both male and female alligators, they're extremely territorial. Right? And whether we like it or not, guys, these waters, it's their backyard. So if they come to us, it's only because they're curious.
Holy
Check it out, guys, a vegetarian gator. Anybody have any questions? Hey guys, you are allowed to stand up. Makes it a lot better.
You're allowed for your...
Elvira.
Come on up. See if we find his neighbor.
Elvira.
And before we keep going, for you guys to keep something in mind, maybe some of you guys might have heard about it. This is true. Snakes, turtles, alligators, generally all of your reptiles, they're cold-blooded. Unless they have direct sunlight, they're always going to be cold. But these alligators, guys, they're pretty spoiled if you ask me. If it gets too cold, you know, too chilly, it's hard to find them. Or when it gets too hot, for example now, also kind of hard to find them. And I'll give you guys an example. If you were to be out here, living out here in the Everglades, and the sun is beaming on your head, where would you try to be?
In the shade.
That's exactly where most of our alligators are today. So keep your eyes open in the grassy, bushy areas. Guys, you see this tree coming up on the left? What's the name of it?
Pond apple.
Pond apple tree, guys. Something, you guys see these bubbles right side of the boat? Because of what people see in the movies and the TV, you know, they panic and they assume that those bubbles are alligators. It's not. At least 95% of the time it's not. What it is, it's normally the weight of our boat pushing out all the oxygen that's stuck down there in the mud. But for that 5%, maybe 10% chance that you see those bubbles moving rapidly towards you or away from you, run. Most likely it's a gator. guys are wondering, I've had a lot of people always ask me, hey Ray, where's your marshmallows? You know what I'm talking about? For some reason, guys, if I told you I'd be lying, but it's a fact that these alligators, they go nuts for one piece of marshmallow. They love it. And us drivers, we can literally make an alligator break dance for a piece of marshmallow. But little do people know, in the Everglades National Park, which we're in, which is that street in front of Coopertown, 41, all the way down to the Florida Keys, it's 176,000 acres. And I kid you not when I tell you that these gators are more protected than we are. So much as one little marshmallow will land me in jail with a first-degree felony. It's that serious. You so much as pluck a white flower, which are alligator lilies out here, they'll fine you for it. Now, it's actually, you know, it kind of sucks for us that we can't bring them out for you guys. Rain or shine, hot or cold, they'll come out for it, but we can't. Well, it's a very good law. Let's say, for example, if there was a gator on the right side of the boat, and I pass by every day and I give this alligator a marshmallow, what's going to happen the next day when I pass with 25 people on the boat and no marshmallow?
Margarita.
The people become the marshmallows, and it's happened. That's why it's law.
Margarita.
People that these alligators are spoiled, and when it's too hot outside, they'll try to find the shade. People ask me also sometimes, Ray, don't they need the sun to survive? Yes, it's the sun, the heat for them is very critical. Just imagine, if their stomach is not 87 degrees Fahrenheit and they eat, their stomach can't process it and they'll die. But a little too much of anything, guys, is too bad for you. When gators have something directly in front of them, dead on, they can't see it. It's a blind spot.
Stand up.
These alligators, they have what we call peripheral vision. Means that they can only see right, they can only see left. That's why she's not getting straight. She's staying at an angle. She's trying to see us.
So it's
kind of like the horses.
Straight out that way.
See if we get a little closer.
Oh, straight out.
Let's say this pretty little gator right here is about 7 feet long, which more or less she is. You know, in the water, in a floating position, an alligator can jump out of the water its body distance. I'm dead serious, guys. A 9-foot gator, out 9 feet. 12 foot, I'm sure you guys get the picture. Now, the only reason these gators, they don't jump on the boat and eat us right now, which they can, is because they don't view this as a boat full of 30 people, of 30 individuals. She is seeing us right now as a large object. They see the exact same way that the lions see things. And to give you guys an ease of mind, if you're wondering, since 1945, guys, when Coopertown opened, we've never had an alligator jump on the boat, not even close.
Oh, man.
But it's never impossible, just highly improbable. Which means that if a gator, for some reason, jumps on the boat today, or Remember one important safety rule, guys. Everybody see this chair up here?